Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Donna Just Being Real. My channel is all about dating, love, relationship, toxic relationship advice channel. We're gonna get into this topic here. All right, I got some two topics here. We're doing a little crime story on Saturday morning. Yes, we are. And I want to cover these two. We got a Dusty here, a Dusty named Raymond Bautista, or whatever you pronounce this Dusty. Okay. Now this Dusty is a lunatic. Yes, he is. This lunatic, if I'm correct, they was co-workers. So they messing around. I guess she got pregnant. They was boyfriend girlfriend. He didn't want it, so he figured I'm just gonna get rid of it myself. And he beat the crap out of her. Yeah. All right. So story number two. We're gonna be getting into. We got this clown here. You see on the right. This Dusty right here. He R a man on the subway train in New York City. Yes, he did. All right. So we're gonna get into Dusty number one. Number one here. Let's get into. Let's watch this little clip right here, and then we're gonna get into the topic. And what you do is hit the like button, share me out in your social media, share your thoughts, your feeds, your thoughts and comments in the comment section, all that good stuff. All right. And I see you, Lisa. All right, let's get into the topic of today. All right, where am I at? This son of a gun right here. All right, ladies, we're going to watch. I'm going to be playing a couple of clips, and after this clip, I'm going to read some articles. We're going to cover these two stories. Let's get it.
First at 5, we are hearing from the man charged with beating his pregnant girlfriend outside an apartment complex in Montgomery County. That man now admitting to the crime, telling NBC 10 he's sorry. Thank you for joining us on NBC 10 News at 5 o'clock. I'm Jacqueline London.
And I'm Johnny Archer. Police say the victim told police that he wanted to end her pregnancy. Raymond Bautista was arrested for the attack, and today he was taken to jail after a judge set his bail at $500,000. NBC 10's Deanna Durante was in the courtroom this morning and spoke with Bautista.
Raymond, are you sorry?
Yeah.
Despite a courtroom promise from Raymond Bautista that the victim in the case is safe.
Do y'all see the size of this guy's neck? Why did you do that? If you didn't want a kid with her, you could just use protection. That's it. All right, let's resume.
A Montgomery County judge sent the 36-year-old to jail. Bautista admitted in court Wednesday he was the one who beat his pregnant girlfriend early Thursday morning. As the video played in court, Bautista sat, his head low, eyes closed, as the victim screamed. An ambush, prosecutors say he planned because he didn't want responsibility for the child.
And this is where her.
Okay. And I just want to share one comment, and I'm not, going against the victim, but some women, I don't know the whole story with them, but some women think that, you're going to be able to hold on to a man and trap a man by having a baby. A lot of guys, it's just not happening. And especially when these guys will look at you in your face and tell you, I don't want this kid and I don't want you. You have something to worry about. You really do. But I don't know the whole ins out the story. I'm just sharing my thoughts here. And if you agree with me, disagree with me, I don't know. Put in the comment section and let me know from there. All right, be soon.
Her justice begins today.
Police zeroed in on Bautista in the hours after the assault. They say the victim told police Bautista wanted her to end her pregnancy. NBC 10 obtained this video of police at Bautista's Allentown home on Thursday afternoon, just hours after the assault. This is when police say Bautista told them he was home sleeping at the time of the attack, yet they say his car was seen on video near the crime scene, and license plate readers also verify it was on the road just after the attack, heading towards his house. Bautista told police he was the only one with keys to the car. Officers say they found critical evidence in the car, including a ski mask. Bautista said in court today the ski mask was, quote, from another job, and he didn't plan the attack. After being released on unsecured bail Monday night, the DA's office filed a petition to modify that bail, saying the victim was unsafe even in her own home.
It was kind of harrowing having to go to her home and remove her again. It was kind of like being victimized all over again, but she's safe at this point.
Bautista, who arrived to court alone today, told the judge he was cooperating with police and said, quote, this was just a bad moment. Now, the judge in this case says that given that this attack was planned, he believes, and the danger to the victim and her unborn child, that high bail in this case was needed. As for the victim, we do know that she is recovering from multiple injuries. In Norristown, Deanna
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to read this quick article here. What a shame. You just threw your life away for this. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Why would you do that? Well, thank God that she's okay, and just thank God for that one. All right, let me read this article right here about the evil boyfriend, they call it. All right, Daily Mail. This came out in Daily Mail. When the heck did this come out? This came out May 1st, 2025. All right, let's get it. Let me read this article to y'all, ladies and gentlemen. Just give me a second here. Okay, where are we at? An evil man who kicked and violently beat his girlfriend, violently beat his pregnant girlfriend in an effort to induce a miscarriage, bowed his head down, and refused to watch distressing videos of the attack in court. Raymond Bautista, 36, the Dusty, is facing a host of charges, including aggravated assault of an unborn child for the vicious attack in Hartfield, Pennsylvania on April 24th. So this happened April 24th in Hartfield, Pennsylvania. According to the criminal complaint, he knew his girlfriend was pregnant and wanted her to terminate the child, but she refused. Horrifying footage of the sustained attack shows that the Dusty's wearing a black hooded sweatshirt and black pants, repeatedly kicking and pulling the girl, who has not been publicly named, as she screamed. You just hear the girl screaming. He just wouldn't stop. He didn't care. He had attacked her, and I know he had to show signs of violence because he didn't just come off this. When y'all was dating, there were signs of violence there. All right, let's get back. He had attacked her from behind in the dead of the night at a parking lot near her apartment complex, throwing her onto the ground as he delivered the savage beating. In court on Wednesday, he dropped his head low and closed his eyes as the victim's chilling screams echoed through the room. This Dusty was arrested just hours after the assault and initially tried to tell the police that he was asleep at the time. Yeah. You just ruined your life. You stupid. Oh boy. Police police argued that his car was seen near the scene of the crime and the ski mask was found in the car when searched. Bautista was initially released from jail on an unsecured $75,000 bond, but prosecutors returned to court on Wednesday to argue that he posed a threat to the victim. He allegedly told the judge that this was just a bad moment. Wow, that was a bad moment. Woohoo! This is what you do in bad moments. Okay. As he insisted that he was cooperating with authorities, approached by the NBC outside the courtroom, this Dusty was asked, "Raymond, are you sorry?" The Dusty says, "Yeah," he answers. Yeah, okay. Maybe sorry because you got caught. I think that's more you're sorry about. Yeah. All right. Investigators claim that he has admitted involvement in the horrifying incident, and a judge revised his bail to $500,000. He was led from the courtroom in handcuffs. The viciousness of this attack against a completely unsuspecting person warranted such a request. Believe me when I tell you that we are just as shocked as you are, Hartford police said in a statement. What a shame. Okay, I'm going to play another clip, ladies and gentlemen. Just give me a second here. Okay. Give me a second. All right. Okay, let's hear another news clip before we get into crime story number 2. Let's get it.
Involving a brutal attack in Montgomery County. A man caught on camera assaulting a pregnant Hatfield woman and then running off. Police tell us the suspect is the father of the woman's unborn child. Now, we want to warn you here, the video of this attack is disturbing and hard to watch. That woman is still recovering from her injuries. Our Steve Keeley reports.
We now know the source of the screams early Thursday morning. It was a woman who was 15 weeks pregnant. And police now know, they say, the man who confessed to this brutal from-behind sneak attack, 36-year-old Raymond Bautista of Allentown, the father of the unborn child, who was a co-worker of the female victim. Police say he punched her in the face, kicked her multiple times in the stomach and back. The attacker had a black ski mask on, seen on a neighbor's Ring camera video. But investigators say he knew where she lived and what time she left for work, 4:30 a.m., and so was hiding and waiting nearby for her as she left her apartment. When he punched, tackled, and repeatedly kicked and slugged the woman, then ran off. According to the criminal complaint, one of the first police officers arriving on scene asked the victim, quote, if she knew anyone who would want to harm her. And she told him the only person she could think of that would want to hurt her was the father of her unborn child, Raymond Bautista. According to medical records from the hospital, the victim suffered nasal bone fractures, abrasions, and bruising. Detectives obtained a search warrant for Mr. Bautista's vehicle and recovered a black ski mask with eye holes and black gloves from the front passenger seat floorboard. Clothing found was similar to what the suspect wore during the commission of the assault. The victim noted that Bautista did know that she was pregnant with his child and stated Mr. Bautista suggested she take an emergency contraceptive. The victim stated she told Mr. Bautista she was going to keep the child. Mr. Bautista told the victim he did not want any involvement in the child's life. Bautista, the complaint says, called out sick from work at 2:44 a.m., an hour and a half before the attacker was seen on the neighbor's Ring camera hiding in wait before the assault. During a second interview with police yesterday, Mr. Bautista confessed to committing the assault. So now there's an emergency bail hearing in this case set for 8:45 tomorrow morning here at the Montgomery County Courthouse with a different judge. That's after Hatfield's police chief said we asked for bail to be set originally at $1 million. And the first district judge modified that request down to just $75,000 unsecured. Said Chief Tierney, believe me when I tell you, we are just as shocked as you are. Tomorrow morning, we'll find out whether the second judge in this case has quite a difference of opinion and a difference idea on bail for Mr. Bautista. In Norristown, Steve.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that's crime story number 2. Was this worth it? You ruined your life. But he had to show signs of a temper when they was dating before she got pregnant. Wish I knew a little bit more of this, but I think they said somewhere I read or a news clip, I think they was co-workers. And he was upset because she was talking bad about him at the job or something like that. So sad. But I'm glad that she's okay. You know, and the baby okay. Thank God. Was it worth it, sir? Was it really worth it? All right, we're going to get into crime story number 2. Crime story number 2. We got this lunatic right here. All right, what about this lunatic? This lunatic right here are a man on the New York City subway station. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. All right, we're going to get into this. I'm going to play the clip. I'm going to read the article and play the clip, but just give me a second while I set this up. Give me a second here. Ooh, can't seem to find the clip. Alrighty. Yeah, I got it, ladies and gentlemen. I got it. Okay, first I'm going to start off. I'm going to read a news article. Then I'm going to get into the clip, ladies and gentlemen, of this dusty lowlife. Lord have mercy, right on the train. Okay, here we go. All right, this is Pix 11 Morning News. Manhattan are the number one subway train in Manhattan in New York City. All right, let's get it. Manhattan, NY. A suspect accused of Oring, another man on the number one train in Manhattan on Saturday, is in custody, according to the NYPD. Police said it happened around 4:15 a.m. The suspect was accused of making sexual remarks and demanding money from the 27-year-old victim. He was 27. While they were both riding the northbound train, according to the authorities. Police said that the victim was then forced to perform a lewd act as the train approached the Christopher Street subway station. The suspect fled the train at the station, according to the authorities. Police said the victim was taken to the local hospital for his injuries. Muhammad Asim, I can't pronounce his name, but this low like Dusty you see on the screen, 36, was taken into custody on Thursday at around 2:50 p.m. and charged with the rape in the first degree SA in the first degree and forcible touching, according to the authorities. Overall, transit crime is up 25% citywide compared to this time last year, according to the NYPD crime statistic. Governor Kathy Hochul pledged to increase the presence of police officers in the subway system earlier this year, including placing 2 cops each on overnight trains. Well, you got to do something over here because this is insane. Oh my gosh! I see you, Marlene. Blessings, 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 and good morning. All right, let me get into this next topic here. All right, let's get into this next one here. Let me play this clip, ladies and gentlemen.
Police have arrested a man wanted for allegedly raping a fellow subway passenger. His arrest coming on the same day Governor Hochul officially promised billions of dollars in funding to improve subway safety. Here's News 4's Chris Jose.
The NYPD says the suspect on camera sniffing his fingers sexually assaulted a man on a northbound 1 train early Saturday.
Do you see this creep? He's sniffing his fingers. Oh gosh. Reason.
Morning, officers arresting Mohammed Azim today.
Mohammed, what happened? What happened on the train? Huh? What happened on the train? Got me, G.
Police say Azim made sexual remarks and demanded money from a 27-year-old passenger. As the train approached the Christopher Street subway station in Greenwich Village, cops say he forced the victim to perform a lewd act.
Why were you sniffing your fingers?
The arrest taking place while Governor Kathy Hochul announced $68 billion over the next 5 years for the New York City subway system.
I don't want anyone to feel that sense of anxiety. That's what I've been fighting.
The governor confirmed a new plan expanding involuntary removal of those deemed mentally ill and a danger to themselves and others. The homeless, also part of the plan.
We're going to put in some welcome centers, let people have a place to go to, get warmed up, take care of them, and then be persuasive in saying, now, we have a better option for you.
The newly approved state budget includes $77 million for 300 officers on overnight trains and 750 officers on platforms and in stations. The governor says the surge of cops underground is reducing crime and riders are noticing.
I feel it's safe. However, there are some times where you see someone acting not right.
The MTA touting cameras that led to an arrest at last week's deadly stabbing at the City Hall subway station. A camera also helping police track down Azim, who continued to speak to reporters as he was led away in handcuffs.
We're not stupid stuff. We're not dead.
Azim is charged with rape.
Do y'all see that, man? What the heck? Ooh, at least they got him. Thank God they got him. Resume.
Sex abuse and forcible touching. Police say the victim was taken to the hospital after that attack. In Greenwich Village, Chris Jose.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that was it. Let me see. Did I have another clip on this one?
News 4 News.
I think that was it. Let me see. Oh, okay. Yeah, that was it. I'm so sorry there. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to cover these two stories. I might be coming back on again later on because I have another story I wanted to cover. It was something that happened a few years ago, and they went to court and everything. So I want to cover a couple of those clips. That'll be a little bit later on. A little bit later on this afternoon, something like that. Just whatever. Just stay tuned. All right, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you hit the like button, share your thoughts and opinions in the comment section. Tell me what you think. And ladies and gentlemen, just be careful out here. Just be careful because these dusties are all over the place. It's like a dusty epidemic going on here. They just all over. 27-year-old man sitting on the train minding his business, and here come this dusty coming over here, or him. This dusty over here with the big neck, the nerve of him. Oh, he don't want the kid, so you know what? I'll take care of it. Well, then if you didn't want a baby with her, you didn't feel that way. You should have just used protection. That's it. Just use protection. But you got so caught up. And now look at you. So you figured this was going to be a solution? Oh, I'll just go and dress in a black hoodie and a black sweatshirt, and I'm going to go out here and just beat the crap out of her, and then she'll lose it. Where did it get you? And I know there had to been signs when y'all was dating. You was aggressive to her. There had to been signs before, ladies, you just got to be careful. When these men out here looking you in the face, they talking about they don't want this baby. You have to think in the back of your mind what he might do. Because some men will do these things. And even if they're not doing it, they sure thinking about it. Or if they're not thinking about it, if they're not going to do it, they're thinking about it, they might get somebody else to do it. You all remember the story called about Ray Carew, the football player? He didn't want that baby. And what did he do? He got some people to go and unalive her. This is serious. All right. But prayers out, prayers out, prayers out. All right, everyone. Everyone had this a great one and a blessed one. And stay tuned for some more of Donna Just Being Real. Date smart, not thirsty.